y'all like the little countdown?
It kept going 30, 29, 30, 29, 30, 29. I thought you were trying to tell me something.
That's what it was doing?
Yeah, it never made it to one. It just
Really? My head was down. I'm sitting up here sharing. Hey everybody. How's everyone doing this evening? Welcome to Bounceback Wednesday. I'm your host, Jamila Hanif.
Fatima Hanif.
Damian Hanif.
Oh, you gonna do that one? Wasn't it just a ex-NFL player or something that just took his wife's last name or something?
Ricky Williams.
Look, it's progressive. No, it ain't. My name is Damian Carter. How are you? What you call his husband did that too though. What's the actress? Zoe. Not Kravitz. The one that played in Avatar.
With the last S. S is our last name.
So that one. Yeah, that one. Her husband. Her husband took her last name.
Okay, husbands. Come on. Who want to take my last name? Okay, I don't know. I guess it's a boss move. That's all I can think of it as.
Ain't nothing boss about that.
Look, I'm over here trying to get rid of this independent attitude that I have. Like, I'm so tired of being independent.
That is, she's the breadwinner. Let me do this so I can stay. As Terry Bradshaw said to what you call it. Let me stay in the circle and take her last name. That's what that is.
You're funny. So, again, welcome to Bounceback Wednesday. Y'all be sure to share it, like it, tag someone, invite someone to tune in. We are happy to have you all here tonight. We keep on bringing the men back, so we appreciate you, Mr. Carter, for continuing to join us. And so Kev's going to be popping in soon. So this platform, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I appreciate you guys having me, but it ain't nothing progressive about that.
Listen. So
honestly though, I'm not even gonna diss it. My honest opinion about that is, honestly, it's up to the people. Like, who cares, right?
True. And so many things are so non-traditional nowadays.
Y'all gonna confuse people.
Oh, because they wasn't here from the beginning.
Yeah. Like, what are they talking about?
What we're talking about is these
when a comment was made, they want to talk about tonight, y'all.
These powerful women and their husbands taking their last name instead of the wife taking the husband.
So do you think it's a beta male, alpha female situation? Oh. let me hurt up.
Y'all are gonna confuse people.
Okay, go.
I honestly, I'm gonna tell you what I think it was. I think it was we're gonna get married. You're gonna take my last name because I make all the money in this relationship, and that's it.
No, Ricky Williams says I don't even want to tune into this because y'all we getting off. We getting way off subject. But Ricky Williams said us to bring some kind of balance. That's what he said, because I don't think that does his wife make, or did she make more money than him? But that's what he said. He said to bring balance.
What brings balance?
That's what Ricky Williams said.
Who? Ricky Williams?
He said with the marrying, taking his wife's last name. That's what he said. He said it's to bring balance. That's what he said.
The football player?
Yes. See, we done lost viewers. See? All right, so you guys, this platform is used to raise awareness about adverse childhood experiences.
Well, that was one, wasn't it? No? Okay, go ahead.
So, yeah, there may be that could be true. I'm sure Ricky Williams and his little head has been. I mean, he's a football player, so it's been totally
traumatic stress. Mm-hmm.
A lot of brain injury. So I'm totally connected to PTSD, which is one of the health awareness this month, you guys. PTSD awareness, Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month, also Men's um, Health Month. So, yeah, I'm excited about this month. Bettina, what you think about?
It's great. I think that we're gonna have some great conversations. I'm happy that we do have some men on this platform with us in order to discuss this because I definitely want to get into men's health. So I'm definitely excited.
I'm excited. I'm excited too. What you gonna say, Mr. Carter?
None. I'm glad somebody paying attention to our mental health.
Yeah. it's important.
How y'all week going?
It's been one of those weeks. That's all I'm gonna say.
So hopefully I see my dad is tuning in. So hopefully we can get Daddy on here next week, as we will have a special guest and we will be raising awareness about Alzheimer's. We're very familiar with that, Fatima, right?
Yes, because
Yeah.
it played a major part in our family.
Yeah. So that's important. Father's Day is coming up, so hopefully we can have him on here with that. And yeah, Mr. Carter, which topic you looking forward to? Out of the
The definitely the PTSD part, and then the TBI part because I have both. And then I'm interested to hear the conversation about the Alzheimer's though. My grandfather is going through that right now.
Uh-huh.
Is gotten to that stage where he's violent now. You know, I mean, you don't know. You know, one minute he knows who you are, the next is like, you know what I mean. So, just you know, going through that, watching that, it's kind of, you know.
How does that make you feel? Do you try your best not to take it personal, or does it make you feel like, or do you take it personal, like when those little episodes come up?
I don't take it personal. I think me knowing, who my grandfather was, before this stuff. So he has Alzheimer's and dementia. I guess they gave him both or whatever. So just watching how he used to be, ex-soldier, real sharp in the mind, play puzzle games all the time. Was one of those, can solve the Jeopardy puzzle before it even, pops up or whatever. It's hard to watch per se, but I don't take it personal when he flashes out because I know at the end of the day that it's not him. He doesn't know what he's doing per se. And most of the stuff when he does have it, his little flare-ups and stuff like that, he's scared because I mean I would be scared too. Somebody's sitting next to me and I don't know who they are. So you know what I mean? It's I don't take it personal. So.
Okay.
Oh, so he's a vet, and he has Alzheimer's. So, like you said, him sitting next to somebody and don't know that person, it could be a trigger. I mean, it's a trigger. I mean, when somebody's upset and angry or something, ooh.
Or a flashback of a memory, could come up from the past because that's where they're reversing back to. So I wonder that as well.
That's interesting.
Did you guys watch that show? It's on Apple TV. Something gray. The dang. Let me. It was a good show, man. Hold on. Let me Google and get the exact title of it.
Well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, but yeah. I mean, I'm just thinking about dementia. So it's loss of memory, right? So it's loss of memory, but yeah, I can't wait to get deeper into it. Like what causes it? What are the 10 early signs for it? How can you detect it? Early detection. What can you do? Like, if you have a history of it, how can you help yourself? And Damien, you said how your grandfather, because you would think like, to continually work your brain muscles or something, how he used to solve puzzles and stuff like that. You would think something like that would possibly help, with the memory, right? Yeah. Well, PTSD and Alzheimer's, they are both very common, very common. In the U.S., over 3 million people, they have over 3 million cases a year. A year. Over 3 million cases a year.
We haven't figured it out yet.
Listen, I'm sure they have. Just don't want to put money into it. That's a lot. 3 million, so 3 million with PTSD, 3 million with Alzheimer's, and all that. Really, adverse childhood experiences, because Alzheimer's is one of the diseases also from
Right.
adverse childhood experiences. PTSD,
The stress,
adverse childhood experiences.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, wow, yeah, this is serious. So, yeah, I just can't wait to dive deeper into these discussions. So, y'all know of any resources or anything, any events going on this month? I got somebody coming on later to share about some events. I mean, where you at, Damien? So I don't know. I don't know what's going on out there. What's going on out there? Got anything going on?
Honestly, I don't know. I know the VA is doing a lot of stuff here, but as far as like Banner Hospital or anything else, I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Any advice? I know we're gonna dive into. We're gonna have the y'all. It's okay. The men's health. So that's important, right, Fatima? That's something you want to get into?
Very important. It's a lot of men that fear going to the doctor and going to get checked up, going to the dentist, things of that sort. So, it's very interesting to maybe try to figure out why is that. I guess to say some men are like that, why they don't.
Most of the time, I get into this with my father a lot because my father is one of those men who like he ain't going. It's just he ain't going. And we got into the conversation because it's about that time for him to start getting, screened for, prostate cancer and colon cancer and all that. And I'm like, Dad, that's important. Like, you need to go, and I'll go with you or whatever. So as we're going to this appointment, I'm like, Dad, this just going to the doctor, bro. Like it's weird. Like, you'll take your car to get the oil changed. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't gonna go check on your own stuff. And my dad gave me a really good reason. He was like, he doesn't like going to the doctor or going to the hospital because of people that he has lost in his life. He was like, I don't, they've all died in hospitals. I don't like hospitals, yada yada yada. But I'm like, well, Dad, at the end of the day, there's getting checkups is for, to prevent things, for preventative measures. But you need to go get checked. But he's definitely not one of those. Like, I had to drag him to that appointment, and it was like taking a kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
But he went.
But he only went because I flew to Texas and was like, thing. No, you're going.
That's a good thing.
And I'm gonna go with you, whatever the case may be. Other than that, he wouldn't have went.
Oh.
And that's that post-traumatic stress right there. And anxiety and the fear of the unknown. But it's so you know, that's why we go to the doctor, like you said, to get the preventive in order to prevent something from happening. But when something does happen, then what? You know,
But see, that, but that when that's the whole part about it though. When something happens, it's too late. Like
right,
you know what I'm
right,
saying? Like
right,
it's
right,
you you go to prevent it.
right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? And I just but I also gotta blame the healthcare system in general too, because the business aspect of health in the United States is not to
Mm-hmm.
cure you.
At
It's
all.
to let's put a band-aid on it first, put another band-aid on it, put another band-aid on it, and then it's like, okay, then let's try to fix it now. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like when,
It's
like, yeah,
money.
like somebody just said, money, they won't make money if they're what I mean, they're curing people left and right. But you know what I mean, you would think with technology and it was weird. I was talking to my grandma the other day, and I was like, man, isn't it weird that her generation, they're all in their 90s. I think my grandma will be 96, still
Blessing, man.
drives.
Blessing.
She still
Blessing.
drives, right? Still drives. She's still
That
the
right mindset.
head usher at the church. She still can count, and like,
Oh,
she can't do stuff as fast as she used to. So when I mess with her, she can't chase me like she used to. But you know what I'm saying? Like her mind is still as sharp
Right.
as ever. But she's 96 and still able to do everything. And look at us. Like we have more technology, more medicine, more everything. And we got people falling off at 30, 40.
Right. But it's decreasing our brain cells as well with all this technology.
Man, like,
Right.
are we smarter than a 96-year-old? Like, I don't know. I think we've come too reliant on technology.
yeah. And this is why a lot of health education and stuff is important. So, like, with the lady coming on next week, Miss Terry, to talk about like Alzheimer's, and she'll talk about the signs. And I mean, people, like I mean, like you were saying, Fatima, fear, afraid of the, unknown. But then it's like they have programs. They have programs. I was talking to this lady that works for Partnership Healthcare here in Solano County, and I was telling her about knowing people who are afraid to get, tested or check their blood pressure or check, see if they have diabetes, like stuff like that. But they have programs that they help you, like where it gives you ease, like before even knowing, like, okay, we're going to come up with a plan for you, if this is the case, so if you have diabetes, high blood pressure, or any of these diseases, they could create a program to help you, like if a person don't want to be on medication, then they will help you come up with a plan, change your diet or your exercise or a little health plan. Um, so I thought that was dope. That's needed.
Yeah, it definitely needed. And just I would say a lot like we or we need to start becoming more self-aware about what's going on around us too. I was just thinking about how all these DaVita dialysis places is going up like liquor stores now. So
Mm-hmm.
they are just building them up all throughout our communities.
In our
And
communities.
right. So when do we take heed to want to have a change? Changing our diet, changing our mindsets. Like it's a lot that has to do with ourselves that we need to become more aware of in order to make these changes because these people out here to make money off us. They don't care about us living. It's
Yeah.
population control at that.
Yeah, that's what Brandon was like, Mom, we gotta go to the grocery store. We gotta get some groceries for like the next 2 months on population control. Like he was just saying, like it's not enough food. It's a food
Oh
shortage.
yeah, because it's a recession. We in a recession.
You know what?
They
That
still don't want to discuss that.
I don't believe that. Like I don't believe that it's a food shortage and all that kind of stuff. I think I just think it's just big business, just like with gas. You know what I mean? We don't even use Russian gas, but they use that, and now regular unleaded is $5. You know what I'm saying?
$6.
Like I crazy. I mean, milk is retarded high right
Yeah.
now. Eggs, like
Eat it.
I'm just saying, but like the little stuff that we grew up on is
Right.
like ridiculously high now for no reason.
Every day, going up every single day.
I don't think it's a food shortage. I just think it's big business. That's all.
So I'm thinking about when you're talking about the Adidas that are going up, right? That's I'm gonna help him out. Yeah, in our communities, and you said, you know, becoming more self-aware. Like, we have to really understand how much power we have. We don't feel like, you know, our voices matter. We don't feel like voting matters. We don't think it does, but it makes a difference. It totally makes a difference. So when we have, all these liquor stores, because they know you have these communities that are trauma filled by design, so you put alcohols in these communities. You put the drugs in the communities. You put the guns in the community. So, and then you got a community full of that have PTSD, because it's not just veterans. No, I mean, that's no. So you have this easy access to these little copings. You know, you want to drink, you want to smoke. We talked about this last week. But this is why I'm telling you, this is why I be so serious about policy and stuff. Why people need to attend council meetings and stuff. This stuff, it's change that can be made through policy change, but it's only going to change if people show up and speak. Because if you're not speaking, it's like you okay with it. I just had a call the other day with somebody and just talking about how we tolerate stuff. We tolerate stuff. We tolerate things. We're not speaking up about things. We have all these different homeless encampments over here in Vallejo. I mean, it's everywhere, but we're tolerating it. You and the person will say, "I love this person." Oh, this person. You won't see it in Black Hawk. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you're not gonna see it there. They're not gonna tolerate that there.
Right.
Like, but we sit up here and we tolerate it, and it's like, no, we have. It's such a trip. I was looking at the data for Solano County. Solano got to do better. I mean, there's other cities and other counties and stuff, I'm sure too. But when I don't see data for certain things, and when you see data just for a county with a specific, you know, a certain area, and it's just for the county, right? Ain't gonna be no breakdown of the cities or whatever. But so much funding comes down federally because of Vallejo disparity.
Right. But it goes elsewhere.
But it goes to Jacksonville
and Dixon and
all of that. When we need resources, and this is why we have these community resources. This is why this stuff is important. And I really hope people come out in August, because we're going to have another community resource fair. We had 30 organizations last year. Hopefully we get like 50 of them. But the whole purpose is to provide resources. Like, you have parents, just like we have the Bounceback Parent Support Program. I know of too many parents that are homeless right now, that have their children. Like, no, like, Vallejo need more jobs. Y'all don't get me started, because I'm going to create a whole nother platform around policy and stuff like that, because we tolerating too much stuff and we need more resources. And so when we don't get the resources that we need, when we don't get the funding we need, when we don't get people to speak up at these council meetings like we need, it's just as if everything is okay, and our children are going to continue to suffer in these environments. They're going to continue to suffer.
We're going to continue to complain.
Right. Yeah, but don't speak up. But don't speak up, though. Like, so they need to speak up. So when if somebody's speaking up at council meetings, like, hey, this is what we need. So like Vallejo got this $12 million to come in for housing development, June 7th, and hopefully people show up to the council meeting. some people are going to show up and say no, they don't want that in their neighborhood. Like, and it's to provide housing. So people leaving because there's no housing. Like, people are really having a hard time finding housing out here. But don't get me started. Let me see what Jay said. Jay, I I I totally appreciate you. You already know Jay. Jay is he teaches me so much around this trauma, being trauma informed. He has been so successful. Y'all, I need to bring Jay on one day. Every dollar spent on prevention is savings multiplied. Yep. Unfortunately, insurance is a healthcare denial business.
You can't, man.
Practice medicine.
What's up, bro?
What y'all got going on?
What y'all think about this comment? What's up, Kev? How you
What's
doing?
up?
I think that comment is true right there. Like doctors now, he's absolutely right. Like it's business.
It's business.
Like
It's all business.
It's like in the military, it's the funniest thing ever. Like you could have like they sign these big contracts with like Motrin and stuff like that. They used to just give 800s away. Like you know what I mean? You could go in for something totally different. You know what I mean? Oh, I got a rash on my, you know what I'm saying, just like on my leg. They give you the cortisone cream on it, but you also gonna take, you know.
Want this Robitussin?
Yeah, you gonna take these 30 800, you know what I mean, milligram Motrin. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It was the craziest thing ever. But
Well, it's all business, man. You know, a lot of people don't even realize that these hospitals that we like Kaiser, for instance, Kaiser is a nonprofit. A lot of people don't even understand that. So nonprofit means that they get donations from these big pharmaceutical companies. So they first thing they do is offer you medicine because they are in they are in contract with these pharmaceutical companies where it's all business. That's why it's easier to manage and maintain and give you medicine than it is to give you a preventative measure plan. I mean, it costs money for them to come back, for you to keep coming back. It's less expensive for them to just prescribe you medication.
So, he just schooled me on that one. I the way Kaiser be acting, I thought they was.
No, they are a nonprofit. People don't even realize that's why they're so big, because they have these billionaire pharmaceutical companies funding them all this money. That's why they're getting all these buildings built. They're not like, people don't even know that. Like, it's so many things that you don't even know until you do the research and you be like, okay, now that makes sense.
So
dang, I missed it, y'all. What y'all talk about?
What you had? A Fatima moment? You had a hood name?
No.
You had a hood name part?
No, the Tommy left. Tommy and Terry just left. You need to play. You play too much. No. So what y'all talking about? I'm sorry. What happened?
We just talking about this question.
Oh, the comment.
You said for every dollar, and I was just saying how it's a business. So I was just trying to enlighten people that I just said that Kaiser is a nonprofit and that they have contracts with these pharmaceutical companies.
And the pharmaceutical company is the kingpin, because they in bed with the food industry and everything. So they really the kingpin of this whole operation.
So y'all,
they run the world. It's not just this country. Right. They run the world.
So listen, so y'all dissect this, because Jay, let me tell y'all, Jay is like a neuroscientist or something. Like, Jay, I swear, we got to get Jay on one day, y'all. Jay, oh my gosh, y'all.
He make you dig deeper and think deeper than what's on the surface.
I mean, it'd be some stuff that be said. I'd be like, what? Listen.
Make you think different.
For every dollar spent on prevention, the savings multiply. Unfortunately, insurance is a healthcare denial business, because they do have those health insurance businesses. If you have this, you can't get it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have people that be clowning and stuff to talk about people who set up GoFundMe accounts. Do people even think for a second that maybe those people that are saving, that are creating these GoFundMe accounts, were denied health insurance? Could it have possibly been that? Like, why I gotta be like people being ghetto, or they just begging or something? Like, why couldn't it be a legitimate reason for these people to set up these GoFundMe accounts?
Y'all remember that old what was it? Was it American Express? What? Remember that old commercial when dude was on the table or whatever, and he was about to flatline, and the doctor went, "Hold up," and it went boom, and then they were like, "Okay, let's do something else."
That's funny. You gotta find it.
That card would have got denied, boy. He'd have been in trouble.
It's money.
Well,
Money
you got it.
rules
You
the
all
world.
right. That's just how it is. That's how this country is. I mean,
Right.
it's not designed. It's not designed for the people that don't have it. It's just just the reality of it.
I could say, like, I'm glad the VA has gotten a lot better. I know we had some problems a couple years ago. But the problem that they had years ago was because they were hiring people who wasn't veterans. The best people to take care of veterans are veterans.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I come into your office and tell you I have PTSD or I'm having nightmares from my deployment or wherever the case may be, and you've never been deployed or you have no clue what I'm talking about, of course, you just gonna enter it in the computer and be like, oh, whatever, this dude is crazy, he has a problem, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Not when they started hiring retired veterans and stuff to come into the VA and all that. I've just noticed the change in the last 5 years.
That's
it has been awesome now. And they don't wait anymore. If you tell them you have a problem, like, they own it. Like, they get you, you know, like, I go to counseling 3 times a week. You know what I'm saying? It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, because people got to have a deeper understanding. A deeper understanding, then they'll have better compassion.
More better sense of compassion. And representation. I mean, we talk about representation. It's important. That's just like in healthcare. I'm sorry, y'all. Listen. So when you have a lot of healthcare workers who aren't Black, my sister-in-law was told today that she shouldn't read until she should not read to her son until he's 6 months old. That's what the doctor told her.
Yeah, what happened?
That she should not read to her son until he is 6 months old.
And why is that? Did they say why?
No, I'm about to go. I gotta look on this.
I don't know. I'll call her later and ask her. Like, what?
You can, you know, it's been studies that say that you know, even in the womb, that the
listening to the music and reading and talking,
reacting to certain things. So I can't understand how, you know.
Right. Because that's how I did with my children. I used to have that big old headphones and had it on my stomach, listening to classical music, jazz, gospel, everything on my stomach while they was in my womb. And then just having dialogue with them, period, since they was babies, just reading and having dialogue with them. So how is it? That's a setup there. That's a setup. That's a deeper alternative move right there.
Yeah, I don't get that.
But a lot of these doctors don't know everything. We think that because they're in that position that they are real educated. And I don't know if it's just the book smarts, maybe.
That's why it's called practicing medicine. I mean, people have not figured out that the only reason they've ever figured out that they can do a kidney transplant or a lung transplant or a heart transplant is because it's been trial and error. Like it's sad to say that, you know, everything that we have a cure for, you know, common colds and rashes and all that kind of stuff, it was practicing medicine. It was trial and error. And you have to figure out what works. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's how the whole business probably was even formed. Like, oh, wait a minute. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, I honestly think, like you said, it's more population controls, big business. Because I mean, we have one of the biggest examples ever. Have y'all seen Magic Johnson lately?
Yeah.
This man has
But
been
see,
HIV positive for
most
how
people won't
long?
understand that.
Yeah,
part.
right.
We don't even talk. We don't because it goes untalked about because we don't realize that you can survive certain things. You just got to have the money to do it and the access and the means to do it. There's a cure for anything
I don't
and
think he
everything.
got it.
If you got it.
I don't think he ever had it.
Well, I know I'm gonna bring a guest on.
Hey,
That got a strong story.
I mean, think about this, and this is just me, right? They say HIV is spread through sexual content, through sexual exchanges, right?
yeah,
Through fluid and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he becomes HIV positive. Him and Cookie have 3 children.
yeah.
None of them.
None of them are HIV positive. Not even Cookie.
Nope.
So
Yeah, that's what I say. But that's why I say, the money can cover up a lot of stuff, man. We'll never know because that,
It's not talked about. So of course we wouldn't know because it's not talked about, and that's the situation.
I'm not
but it's interesting. Could it be something else that looked similar to it?
No, I just honestly think you got to remember at that point in time.
At that time,
athletes
it's the timing of it.
were the biggest. Were the biggest way to promote something or get something out there, and I think maybe I think Magic was paid to take one for the team. Look, we're gonna put this out there. We're gonna say that, yada yada yada. You're gonna be taken care of for the rest of your life, and that's gonna be what it is. I don't know for sure or whatever, but in my mind, that's what I think. I mean, think about it. Like, it's that never raised suspicion to anybody. Like this, he had 3 kids. Cookie ain't never popped up.
Well, because I just think that if it had happened right now, it would have been different. We'd have been talking. It'd have been on the shade room. And see, back then we didn't have all this, all this stuff.
Social media news.
People forget about it. A lot of people don't even know about the OJ case. Like a lot of people don't even know. I mean, these kids nowadays.
Or if he did contract it, think about it now. They got the pill out that you can take. They got the pill out now that you can take.
If you think.
They got the pill out now. It's a preventative pill that you can take, and it will keep you from catching the virus or for you contracting it. They got that from somewhere.
That's interesting.
The commercial's on 3 times a day. You can take this pill and it will reduce your chances, almost 98%. Like, how did they, wait a minute, you mean to tell me I can take this pill and go wilding out and ain't got to worry about it? Wait a minute.
That's crazy.
That's too much.
This the stuff that, which is why I don't watch TV anymore, because it's like the news and all that is depressing to me. Like,
what you feed your mind?
Yeah, when I see a commercial like that, wait a minute. Really think about that. So I can run to Walgreens right now and get a prescription for this medicine that'll keep me HIV negative if I'm messing with somebody who has it. But then if I have it, it'll get it out of my system to where it can't even be detected by the test.
That's crazy.
Huh.
Thank God you know how to think.
But in order
it
for
isn't illegal yet. But
pharmaceutical companies to get money, it's gotta be a virus or a disease or something. Like,
who is this?
There has to be something for it to be a need, so it's gonna always be something out there. I mean, they're gonna come up with new stuff every day.
Because we have too much access to everything.
I want to know who wrote that, because that is hilarious. Who wrote that?
I mean,
Ain't nothing a
honestly,
secret.
but here's my rebuttal to that statement right there. You have access to a whole lot of stuff, but
Oh,
but do you use
that's
it?
my move.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like. I ain't one of these ones that's trying to figure out who Kim Kardashian is dating. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to watch the NBA finals.
Yeah, that's for people that need to be entertained. I am cracking up. That's for people that need to be entertained.
But they put it on there, right? Like how he said, he be watching the game, and then they had these commercials and all this other stuff.
The game come on tonight, don't it?
Tomorrow,
right? Don't see when that commercial come on tomorrow.
Then they know right timing. They know who's viewing it, who's watching it.
But it is interesting.
Know your audience.
When you watch the commercial, now they do a very, very great way of painting certain pictures. When it first pop up, it's two men. Then it go to
I seen the
man
commercial.
and wife couple. And
I didn't know it was that because I didn't pay attention to it.
Oh yeah,
I know what you're talking about now,
dude. If you pay attention to the commercial, it's crazy because it starts off with two men, then the two men turn into a man and a woman, and then it goes from a man and a woman to two women.
so they give you all the dynamics.
No matter who you are or what you're doing,
who you with?
Safe.
Yeah, I seen the commercial. Now I know what you're talking about. I just didn't know because it came on sport ESPN one late, like you come on, like and so that's why I'm trying to figure.
And they know their audience. Like
I'm telling you that's why I unplugged from the TV because
you have to
and people don't even realize subconsciously like you might just be watching the TV show and the commercials and stuff come on, but that stuff goes into your head and before you know it, you know what I'm saying, you know that McDonald's commercial go on and then next thing you know you're in the drive-thru.
Hey, don't let them show no Mexican pizza.
My fat behind.
Look, hold up. I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. I got a confession. I ain't even gonna lie.
Wait, can I say something real fast?
When they was putting that online, I was like, they lying.
The Mexican pizza?
Yeah, I was like, they lying. And then I called a couple people. They was like, nah, it's for real. I ain't gonna lie. I done been through that drive-thru like 4 times.
Listen, are y'all listening? Right? Are y'all listening? Right? Because it's fast foods, right? And they know their audience. I'm just saying. And then the power of images, right? We know how that Mexican pizza tastes, right? And it's like, I ain't gonna lie, because I had went like the next day, and that line was hella long, right?
What are neurosciences? Everything is based on psychological things that we do. Every market thing, like they do these studies.
Yeah, they do.
But the crazy part about it is you already know when you open that box, it ain't gonna look like the picture that they showed on your phone.
It taste like it. And you can make your own healthier one at home. Like
HBO used to have that show when we was younger, and they used to show us how they used to put the glue on there, how they would make it look real.
But images, hearing things, and then look how they got you spreading it on here about the commercial.
Fake news.
I mean,
fake news.
I mean, you either know or you. I mean, you either know or you don't.
Yeah,
right. Right.
I'm saying it's like you either know or you don't. You know what I mean? But I just when I see stuff like, and if it makes me scratch my head, I'll watch it again, and then I'll watch because I'm at that point I'm trying to figure out what are they really trying to say. You know what I mean?
What's the deeper message?
Because even with that commercial, you know what I'm saying? Is it really about the pill, or is it something underlining that they're trying to?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, it's a much more deeper message usually.
Which is why like I said, after about the third time I saw that commercial, bro, I was like, then I start paying attention, like,
right.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
And that's why we need counter advertising. Have y'all heard the advertisement? It was in the Bay Area. I don't know where else it's at. But and they talk about tobacco. They talk about how they advertise it and stuff to our kids. And the person, some black guy, he keeping it real though. He just talking about how bad it is and how they doing it on purpose. Like he's keeping it real. And so
The truth. Isn't that the truth thing?
I don't know, it probably is, but he's going against these
Yeah, what they saying.
So yeah, there needs to be some kind of counter, you know, like it's not okay.
I mean, they figured that out a long time ago. I mean, for crying out loud, on the side, and I have no quarrel with anybody who smokes, but it's saying on the box, I'm going to kill you. I cause cancer.
Yeah, it has to. Because that was the biggest thing, because it didn't say it on the box. So they said, okay, well, I'm going to put it on the box.
Yeah, might hurt somebody next to you.
And sales increased when they put it on the box.
But even when you go through the fast food restaurant, they have it on the window now. Chemicals, certain foods in here cause cancer or some other stuff. It be right. It's definitely a habit. Habit Burger, they got the little sign right there. It's definitely on there.
Wow.
That there are some products or something that they use inside of the restaurant that may cause cancer.
But y'all know what that all is, though? It's self-control.
Business, so you can't sue.
But it's self-control because we have the choice. They told us. And we still make the decision to do whatever it is.
Exactly.
But I know, but that makes me so good.
Yeah. They put the label on there and they eating it. So I mean, they eating it too.
Yeah. Dang. Yeah.
But America is the only I don't know how many other countries ban different chemicals that's within the food, but America get them.
Yeah,
in order to kill our.
No, it's but you got to also remember too. It's all about. Think about it. All those other countries have universal health care and stuff like that, and they're not in the treatment business. They're in the preventative business. Like you know what I mean. Like it just depends on the country, but here it's all about keeping the cost down. You know what I'm saying? Like they probably could still make that burger, a lot healthier and cheaper, but they don't. Like, why? They want every penny.
Every penny.
They want every single penny. So,
Because either you're going to pay through it through your food or you're going to pay through it through medication. So, you pick your choice on which way you're going to pay through it. Because all that like red 40s and blue 6 and yellow 5s and all that, those chemicals that's in our food is definitely affecting us as far as with anxiety, depression, all that plays a part as well. Our diets.
Why you think, they had all this figured out a long time ago. I remember, when you first go to basic training, you know what I'm saying? Like, the first week, people don't realize it's not 9 weeks. It's actually 10 weeks. So the first week you're in reception, you're getting all your shots, all your medical and stuff like that done, right? You still kind of get to eat what you want to eat and all of that, right? And I remember when I first went into basic, I was 220 at 12%, right? And in that rest of that 9 weeks, I was 180. 5%. You know what I'm saying? But you only eating, you can only drink water.
Oh.
That's it. That's the only thing you ever gonna drink. You can only drink water, and you're gonna either have fish or chicken and some type of vegetable. That's it. That's all you eating. And that's why eating it's funny to me. It's like, damn, they totally detox you out of everything.
That's good.
Your mind, everything, and then recondition you. You know what I mean?
Right. Reprogram you to something else, right?
And I do it every now and then. Every year around my birthday or whatever, I take myself back to basic. But it's so crazy. It's hard to do it out here being free because you're in this environment where everything is structured for you, and then now that I can do it on my own, it'd be the hardest thing ever.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
About that third week, I can smell everything.
It's tough. I don't
I
know.
even
I be
passed
thanking
by.
God. I
I'm
got the
breaking my
metabolism.
neck.
I don't know how people do it.
I just detoxed for 3 days. I did a juice. I just juiced for 3 days. The juicing and water. Yeah, it's definitely hard. I was trying to make it to 5, but I didn't make it. But I'm gonna try again in a couple of weeks.
That's why I don't be coming home like that. Because when I come home, I can't.
Because it's good food out here.
Yeah, you already know I gotta go to Nations.
Healthy food.
Well, yeah, but it's that what is it called? Nostalgia. That it's that memory of having that food that we had. Man, if they had a quick way around right now, I would probably be.
But you also gotta remember too, though, a burger from Nations and a burger from McDonald's. That's
two different things.
That's two different things.
They probably cost the same now. At this point, they probably cost.
You know what I'm saying? That's just two different things. Like
right,
you can't even consider that. That's like a treat. Nations is like a treat. McDonald's, that's fast food.
Yeah. Kevin was trying to brag on his metabolism and stuff.
Oh, okay. What's your metabolism?
No, I was just saying I understand and I appreciate people that don't have it because it's hard. I don't know how people be dieting and you talking about juicing for days. That just I don't know. I don't have the discipline. So I thank God, he made me the way I am.
Even though you can keep your weight down, your metabolism is high, you still got to detox your organs. So like your liver, your kidneys, different things of that as well.
That's true, Kevin. So that's true. Okay. We want to know what's going on the inside.
Now, so here's my question for you, Fatima. Here's my question for you. My grandma's 96.
I know, right? I want to pick her brain.
Ain't never did a detox in her damn life.
You don't know that though, do you?
I talked to me and my grandma have a tremendous relationship. She raised me, so I ain't ever afraid to ask her nothing. My grandma can't even tell you what a detox is. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta look at her though. She grows her own food.
Oh, see?
You know what I'm saying? Like all her greens, tomatoes, everything she still grow in her backyard to this day. You know what I'm saying?
She ain't worried about it. She ain't got that worldly stuff in her.
Right.
Ain't got look. Still eats all the other stuff that she loves to eat, fried chicken, the greens, turkey wings, all that. Don't have high blood pressure, don't have high cholesterol, none of that stuff. And it's like, man.
I like what Kathleen said. She said, if you don't eat crap, you don't have to detox. That's why.
I respect that.
That's one thing that I regret. My grandfather, he used to have a garden when we lived when we was younger. Even though he died from did he have he didn't have Alzheimer's. He died from complications of diabetes. But I'm sad that I didn't get to pick his brain and be in that garden more when I was a little girl. That's something that I wish I would have did more of because we had a huge garden on 69th Avenue in East Oakland. We had a big old garden, and he used to be out there all the time.
My problem is comfort food. You know what I'm saying? Like, being a business owner. I mean, I'm here doing this interview at work. You know what I'm saying? Being a business owner and all that. Like, I get caught up in the comfort food. Like, when stuff ain't going right and all of that, right. I'll be like, man, let me go get that burger. Or that pizza. Or whatever the case may be.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Mama, we eating.
Because I be asking people to cook me greens, and they won't do it.
So it's 8:26. It's time for us to wrap things up. We were supposed to have another guest, a guest that was going to come on to share some information. He didn't show up. They have an event going on in Oakland that has to do with bullying. Have you heard about it, Kevin?
No. Where?
No? don't know. I thought he was gonna come on and share it, but
Well, are you able to look on his page and see if he posted anything about it?
let me see. But that's important. For him to share that stuff. I mean, that bullying.
You said it's a whole event.
Yeah, it's a whole event.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, it's a mom. I want to say she lost her son to. I think her son committed suicide or something.
Oh man, I was just talking about my bullying experience.
Yeah, it's not okay. But I'm gonna be sure to share it. But y'all, so Kev, you missed it though, so it don't even matter. We'll talk more. But this month.
Mm-hmm. I gotta say, I want to just thank everybody from last week. Thank you guys for your prayers and everything like that. I know we was on live and we actually got hit from behind.
Oh yeah.
But y'all can see that I'm good. My neck was a little sore for about 2 or 3 days. The car was totaled or whatever the case may be. But I'll take some back soreness and neck soreness and nothing major. But I just want to thank you guys for the text messages and the prayers that y'all sent out.
Oh yeah, good job, brother.
I'm sorry, I must have missed it.
He was online though, and then he went away. I remember that.
Was it when I went to grab? Maybe because it was in the beginning. Because I know you was on here, and then I went to go grab something to drink, and I came back, and I was like, okay, well, where the hell you go?
We were actually on. Me and my nephew were on our way to the house so that I can get to my office so we can have our conversation. And we had slowed down. Something had happened up way further. And all the traffic was slowing down, and I don't know if dude wasn't paying attention, whatever the case may be, but we slowed down, and we were in mid-conversation, and whack.
I'm sorry to hear about that. All right. But I'm happy that you're okay.
Oh, me too, trust me.
Your nephew fine?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We're good.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, can somebody know the checks I can back up?
Gotta be careful. Kev, you got anything you want to share?
I'm good. I'm looking forward to next week. We just gonna do this every week, or how you?
It's every Wednesday.
I know you got everybody. You want me on every Wednesday?
You don't have to be. Come on when you want to. We value.
Right, cool. That's cool.
We value your energy every week if you're able to.
It's all good.
If you can, you can. Next week we're having next week. So this month is, for those of you who may be tuning in that wasn't here in the beginning, it's Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month. It's PTSD Awareness Month, and it's Men's Health Month. So we have someone coming on from the Alzheimer's Association. Father Day week. Think about having my father come in so we can drill him and talk about some stuff.
I'm gonna be front and center for that one.
Yeah, so funny. Damien wanted to share his story. I mean, Damien has a story as far as with PTSD. We all do,
Yeah.
Yep.
And so it's important for us to have that conversation. So this is gonna be some great discussions, very educational. We always educate people on here. So yeah, it's important. So I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. Be sure to tune in every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You got anything?
I don't know. Can I talk about my spinoff?
Go for it.
You okay with that? Okay. So I am starting my podcast on Monday. So I will be sharing it on Jamila page as well as my page on Mondays at 6 p.m. and it is all about self-awareness, self-care, self-love. So I'm excited. I'm stepping out the box, but I will be here as well. So I'm super excited. Kind of nervous, but I'm okay. You don't know if anything is going to succeed or fail unless you try. So.
Okay, I gotta ask you this question while we still got both of them on there. What do you think about the husband's taking the wife's last name?
He froze.
Honest. Speak your truth.
I'm trying to
You
think.
know,
Speak
I
your
just
truth.
saw this. You know what? I just saw this, and it's funny that you add. I just saw this like today, and I didn't haven't even had to have a thought about it. I don't know, man. I think it's a traditional thing. So I don't know how to, and I'm a traditional guy, so it's hard for me to change tradition. But I mean, if that's what you want to do, I don't think it make you less of no man, though. But I mean, I just feel like, I mean, it's all about your name is everything, though. A man's name is carrying the name, and it's hard for me to like understand why you wouldn't want your wife to have your name. But I mean, like it's a different world we live in now. So I don't think, I don't think I wouldn't do it. Personally, I wouldn't do it. But if you want to do that, I don't think it make you less of a man. But I don't really understand it. But that's just my opinion. I don't know, man. It's a tough one. And I'm a Libra, so I'll try to see the middle fine line between everything and try to understand both sides. But that's a tough one for me. That's a tough one. Like that's a tough one. You know.
I had somebody tell me that it was progressive. I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's I don't. This is they trying to change everything nowadays. Like ain't nothing the
Oh
same
my
nowadays.
gosh.
See, I'm old school, so it's different for me. I like how it used to be the old days, like how the old folk used to be. This new stuff, new school. Relationships change. The
Man.
roles have changed. Men are men in relationships. Women are women. It's just I like the old school.
I'm trying to get rid of my independence. I'm trying to get rid of this energy. I'm so tired of this energy hindering me. Like I'm just trying to get rid of it. At
But
42 years old, I'll be 43 next month. No, this month, later this month. Huh? It's June.
what's crazy to me is you hear, and not just women, because you hear men saying it too, or whatever. This whole thing about independence. I'll be 40 the end of this week, and the one thing that I realized is ain't none of us independent because we can't do nothing without each other.
Without somebody else, right? Right.
You can't. And I went to this. It was this battle of the sexes, and it was like these four women, and they just, I mean, to their faces were blue. They was like, I don't need a man for nothing. I don't need a man for nothing, right? And I'm in my mind, I'm going, oh, she like she had an answer and a rebuttal for everything that like the men were saying. They were like, okay, well, what about having a baby? She was like, I don't need no man for that. I can go to a clinic, but
Mm-hmm.
what she failed to realize is me or Kevin still got to go make that deposit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole.
But it's sad to even try to have that mentality and argue with that. That is just so, and I feel so unfortunate for that young lady, whoever she was, because do you?
But it's,
Then again, I mean,
it's a lot of them out there like that. It wasn't
it's
just
a lot.
one. There's a lot of them out there like that. Like, yeah, I like me and Jamila have had this conversation about just like we were talking about how the gender roles have changed and people's mentalities and stuff like that. Like when a man, gets out there and starts making money and stuff like that, he's thinking about how can I provide for my family? How can I, take care of the wife? How can I take care of my children and stuff like that? But then you see these women start getting these 6-figure jobs. The first thing they want to say is, I'm independent. Beyonce said it was okay for me to be independent.
Beyonce.
But Beyonce's worth $1 billion. You ain't.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know.
Well, I ain't hollering that independent thing. Sometimes people gotta do what they need to do, but
I know, but it's just the thing of always. I'm so used to doing everything on my own, right? Well, to a certain extent. I mean, just about everything. You rely on yourself a lot, but it just gets to the point where I need to learn for myself, and it's my self-awareness for myself that I need to learn how to relax and be more open to and willing to let someone love me. because I be having that wall up because of relationship anxiety and different things of that sort. So that's why I have this wall up. So for myself and my self-awareness is that I want to try to bring that down and trust more and honestly let somebody love me. What? Okay, give me 1 second. Other than my children. My children love the ground I walk on. So that's all. So that's when I say about being independent. That's my goal for myself. That strong Black woman situation, yeah. No, I don't want it.
We get to we don't.
I think at that what you're saying, and I think we have to redefine what strong is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it takes strength to trust somebody and have faith in people. Like people don't understand that. They were like, "Oh, you weak for that?" Nah, like I'm strong for that. You know what I'm saying? Just like you letting a person or walking away from a person, it takes strength to do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I love you to death, but we ain't good together.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? We could be cool, but we ain't good together. Like,
but we ain't good together. Right.
Yeah, it takes strength to do that. I think that's the problem. Like, we need to redefine what having real strength is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Being able to talk about what bothers me and share those things and stuff like that. It takes strength to do that. You know what I'm saying? Being a coward is easy.
Right.
Just keep your mouth closed.
And that's part of forming a good relationship. It takes that. It's needed. It's needed to be able to listen and not listen thinking that it's an attack or anything of that sort. Especially when you're trying to build and form relationships. Yeah, so it definitely takes the strength for that. I agree. Okay, well, I enjoy you guys. I hope you guys see me on Monday.
Yeah, I'll be tuning in.
I'll be tuning in.
I'm gonna let y'all know. I ain't Jamila. Jamila one. Jamila is you know. I'm trying to get some of her energy because she know how to work with the audience. I'm learning.
I just know when I come to the 707, I get pulled over. I'm throwing her name smooth out there.
Yeah, she the mayor.
Mr. Carter, you were clocked at 136. Yeah, but I know. You know what I'm saying?
Name dropping for real. Name dropping for real.
Yeah, but I know.
That's funny. That was funny.
Look,
Come on, Mayor.
I was gonna cook a dinner. I'm trying to get home. Like I'm throwing names out for real.
Y'all play too much. But we moving. And hopefully all y'all will end up having y'all own podcast and Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. They 5 days a week, getting educated in some kind of way, having some constructive conversations, really helping people. This stuff isn't it's not for entertainment or anything. It's to raise awareness about adverse childhood experiences, knowing our audience, and just being sure that we're educating people and that people are leaving with some kind of nuggets and things that they can apply in their everyday lives, and even share them with other people. So I appreciate you all for continuing to join in every Wednesday. You guys share a lot of your experiences and opinions, facts and stuff, and you definitely contribute to the learnings of everybody that's tuning in. So thank you all. Damien, Kev, Fatima, thank you.
Always.
Everybody that's tuning in, the last viewers we have, be sure to share it. Be sure to share. You can also donate to WatchMeGirlInc.com. They put the thing up. We gotta do some stuff.
Damn.
Listen, we play too much. Yeah. All right, we leaving y'all. Y'all ready to go? Kevin play too much.
I didn't even peep. She put the cash out. Okay.
Hey, I like that. That's my favorite part. Like, subscribe.
I
Come on,
like
hit that
that.
tag up. Dollar sign, watch me grow.
Real talk. My church is doing that now. So hey,
Yeah. Listen, I'm learning how to. I'm like, this is my way of asking. Okay, so you know, I have a hard time with asking.
It's a marketing tool. That's good.
Yeah,
That's what you're supposed to do with this platform.
people to know more.
Have a nice season.
Watch me girls doing. Have a good night, Kathleen. Aw, I saw she ended up following me on Facebook. Oh, I'll be these different groups. Tell y'all how to do the stuff and everything. All right, so thank you again, everyone that's tuning in. I'm gonna leave this right here. Y'all don't have
learn from the master.
See you all next week. We play.